Hey y'all, it's Fiona, and now, after I just made one of Ebony, I'm going to be making a person. I'm going to be making her sister, Ivory. And then maybe tomorrow I will make the Paradise Falls as a person. Ooh, sorry. So, as said in the last video, Ivory and Ebony are twins. They're twin sisters. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to start with the head, obviously. So, Ebony and Ivory are twins. Now, while Ebony she's got white hair, which goes against her name, which Ebony means dark. Ebony is a dark color. Yes, their names are irony based. So, and it's something they enjoy because I thought it was maybe clever, and I wanted to have characters with names that are colors. So, well, Ebony is more serious, more strict, and more sarcastic. And I'm talking about in the past, which is the prequel. Her sister, Ivory, on the other hand, is very sweet. She's very sweet. They're both very loyal, but she's very sweet. She's very compassionate. And she's very gentle. She always tries to, sort of see the good in other people. Even though shit goes downhill really fast for her in the prequel. She always tries to keep a fair mind. I'm not talking like fairest of them all. I mean fair like give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, why did they do this? Or maybe they didn't mean to. And it's actually her kindness which leads her to one, gaining a lot of friends, but also to two, end up finding her sister anyway. Or finding her sister in the first place. Because of one move that she made during a fight. One move she made changed her life dramatically. She's very dutiful, which means that she's very, she's for her guild. Her and her sister are part of a light guild, run by a woman called Mother Kiyomi. Kiyomi is a Japanese name, the woman is Japanese. Okay, now that that's addressed, I probably should have said this in the last video, but her and her sister are representative of the two sides of pretty much the structure of this world that I've created, which is light and dark. Yes, I know, so original. It's an easy thing to write and to tweak to your own design, so I just went with it. So, and their names pretty much give away what side they're on. Ivory is a light user. Ebony is a dark user. That's the nature of their magic. You know, what secret component their magic also has. And yes, their personalities sort of go with this theme, because everyone always thinks, oh, dark bad, light good, right? Well, that's actually a theme that also comes up in my story, what is actually the nature of it all, but anyway. So, I'm making her from the prequel, because she is seen in the present time. But here's the thing. Her in the present time, she's not in great shape. Let's just say that. She's not in the bestest of shapes. Yeah. So her sigil is blue. Just like her eyes are blue. And a sigil is a mark that shows up on weavers. Now, the thing I forgot to say in last part was, if your sigil has like a distinct feature, like say it looks like wings, or it looks like roses, or it looks like, something distinctive, instead of just like a light colored line and a dark colored line swirling around your arm, or swirling around in braids around your face or around your chest, then if it has a distinct shape, then chances are you're going to be more than just a gatekeeper or a gate jumper, or I forget the word I used. The gate jumpers are the people who go from realm to realm, keeping the peace essentially. They're like another version of like guards and cops. And those are the people who belong to guilds. So anyway, her of the past, she wears something that is more modest. Trying to find. I guess that could work. The way I see it in my head is always like this gold colored thing with. Actually, I think that could work. I know it doesn't really scream modest because she's got her boobs out, but actually, yeah, I think that's better. So, as said, she dresses more modest, and she is sort of like a role model within her guild. She's essentially Mother Kiyomi's favorite. And yes, the woman, they call her Mother Kiyomi. Mother, not because she is their mother, but because, you know how in churches they call the priest father? They call a priest father whatever his last name is. Well, Kiyomi's first name is actually Kiyomi, but they call her Mother Kiyomi. Yes, the guilds have a religious component. So, while she's the opposite of her sister, they still love each other very much, and they are very loyal to each other. Like, for instance, she will take a bullet for her sister. She will do a lot of things for her sister. If someone tries to hurt them, they may very well get killed. And the thing you need to know about Ivory, though, is she's very anti-kill. She doesn't believe in murder. She doesn't believe, even if it's for a good cause, she doesn't believe in killing people. Which is very important for her character, very important. She doesn't believe that people are born evil. Because no baby comes out of the womb thinking, I'm gonna destroy the world someday. She doesn't believe in that. She believes in the good in people. Which I'm trying to represent right now with a nice look. I'll give her sympathetic look. And you see, and that's another thing where her and her sister differ. I'm trying to remember what nose I gave her sister. I wasn't really looking, I just tapped one. I think it was this one. Well, Ivory is very anti-death sentence. Her sister is not. Ebony will not hesitate to slit a bitch's throat. She will not hesitate for 1 second if she thinks you are going to threaten her. Unless, of course, and this is important, her sister does not want her to harm someone. Like, say someone has wronged them. Obviously, Ebony is going to want to kill them for it. Like, I mean, like, really wronged them. Like, betrayed them in the worst possible way. Well, Ivory would not let her. Because she does not believe in killing, even though the person has wronged them. She says that living with the guilt of what they have done is the worst possible punishment they could get. Because that is a lifelong punishment. And it's something they're going to have to live with every single day of their life. So letting them live it's just the punishment they could get. Why would you want to put a keyhole on your character's head? I don't know what's up with the flowers over the eyes. I'm trying to think of anything else she might have, because you can't do the lower body on this app. She doesn't really have hairpins. She doesn't have a crown. I don't know, I guess I could, like, make her on her wedding day, because she does get married in the prequel, but... So, anyway, she's a very kind person. She doesn't believe in killing, and... sorry, gotta blow my nose here. She is anti-death sentence. But the thing is... oh, I forgot. We got these things. She also gets very sick in the prequel. She gets very sick at one point. I'm not going to tell you how. I'm not going to tell you why. Because I don't want to spoil too much in case anyone out there is interested in reading the stories, which the prequel... I've got a draft of it written out. I haven't got any, chapters written, but I have a release order for the books I want to self-publish. What order they should be released in. I'll figure it out. I'm trying to look one that looks like the illness. Just looks like she's got sewn patches onto her. Doesn't look good. Ugh, whatever. But she gets very sick. we go. That can work. That's not a sigil, that's the illness. I need to find the one for the other side. Do I? Oof. Blood running down you, girl. No, but so she gets very sick, and her illness is potentially fatal. That could also work. I'm just gonna go with that. Her illness is potentially fatal. But even though she could die from this illness, she doesn't, I don't know, she doesn't like despair over it. She tries to keep her hopes up high, and she tries to reassure, like, her husband, who is at that point, you know, her boyfriend. She tries to reassure him that she's going to be okay. Because she could be. She thinks she could be. And there's no point in getting all doom and gloom over it, is her way of thinking. There's no point, because despairing over it isn't going to make it any less horrible. That's not running mascara. That's supposed to be also the illness, because the illness kind of like, it kind of eats away at her body. I'm trying to match it with the color of the marks on her chest. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's it. So I'm making the sick version of her from the prequel, because that's like one of the first little arcs of the prequel. And yes, it will be a novel, and it will be just like their story overall, not like in book 1 they did this, in book 2 they did this. Not a step-by-step thing. So yeah, that's her. She doesn't really have any hair accessories. And her sister I made, Ebony, she's from the present time, which is like the story that is happening right now. This is her sister from the story before the first book takes place, like years and years and years before. So many years that you wonder how, once you find out the number, you wonder, how are these people still alive? There's a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. Okay, so next we got to, since Ivory's now done. Ivory's part in the story. I will explain after I save her and while I'm getting her a background. One moment. Oh, okay, there's no ad this time. Once in a blue moon. So, Ivory's part in the story is beyond just like being a strong figure, that someone that the guy that comes in and is a big part of Anna's story. I just described like a lot of different dude characters, but the choice that she makes that alters her life has to do with him. And she is sort of a background character that's always sort of, she's mentioned a lot, and she's made to be very important, and she is very important. But her role in the story, I can't fully explain without going into spoiler territory. So I'm just going to say she's a backdrop character, a character whose name is mentioned, specifically by her friends, and as sort of a guide sort of character, and sort of a motivation. And as I'm saying this, I just figured out, because I have this scene in my head that I added to every rewrite of the plot, but now I have an even better version of it. So she's going to be one that has a lot of information that the characters need, essentially. And that information is what turned her into the motivation that she will be for a good portion of the story. Because a lot of crazy shit goes down. And her backdrop is what you see here, this pair of wings. I know, angel symbology, so original. But so I never fully explained like the sigils, did I? Long story short, they're like these I already said they're like, basically they look like tattoos, right? But they're not. They come on to you genetically if you're a weaver, and if they have a shape, then you might be, if they have like a pair of wings, or for example, some kind of shape like that, it could mean something. Not only does that shape speak to your role and, what's going to happen to you in the grand scheme of things, and your personality and your soul, it also means that you're going to be very strong in some sense. You're either going to be very strong, you're going to have a special ability or power, or in addition to being a weaver, or you are going to be very important for a major historical event. And like I said, Zeke's is a pair of wings, and the centerpiece is a star. Well, it's a bit of a cliche, his story trope, but it's one I'm still doing, and it's one that actually has build up. So I'm gonna let whoever sees this try to figure out what the star in the middle of a pair of wings means. I know the meaning. But again, spoiler territory. So, anyway, that was me making another character. I don't know who saw this, I don't know who gives a fuck, but I'm doing this for fun. And a little bit of promotion. Promoting my story. Oh, and while Ebony is in the main story for a good bit, Ivory is not. Like I said, she's more of a background person that's there. Anyway, was this video. I hope you guys, or whoever sees this, enjoyed it at least a little bit. Have a good day.